Good morning, everybody. Today's July 1st, Monday, day 135. We're just getting our water. See bluegrass in the back, he's filling up. You can see the creek behind me. There's the creek, that's where we're getting our water from. You probably hear the wind in the background. It's going to be a windy day today. We're at Riga Shelter right now, getting ready to leave. Wind blew all night long last night. It was a strong wind last night. It's calming down a little bit, but I think it's going to be windy and breezy most of the day. It's going to be a beautiful day, though. It's going to be in the highs in the 70s, sunny. It's supposed to be a gorgeous day. Terrain's going to be a little rough today. I know we've got one descent that's over 1,000 feet in a half a mile, so it's going to be a steep descent going down, but we'll handle it just like we do all the rest of them. So we'll be back on trail in just a minute, and we'll see what we can see as we go on through the day. So be with you in a little while. Rocks continue a little bit this morning. Got us another creek to cross. And we have a nice blaze to acknowledge the trail. Then we start our climb. We're currently climbing Bear Mountain. A couple of things I can guarantee you about the AT. You're going to see lots of ups and downs, and you're going to see lots of rocks. Not quite at the summit of Bear Mountain. But this is where the views are. Well, we may have more up there, but you can tell that's what we had yesterday. This is what's coming our way. We still got a little bit of climbing to do. We'll get to the top of Bear Mountain. I want to show you the views along the way. A little breezy. And we are at the summit of Bear Mountain. There's a sign here that's worn down through the ages and I can't read it, so this is the summit. Yes, folks, we're going to the top of the pile of rocks, and there's a reason why. And you can see it with me now. Hanging clouds. What a view. Incredible. Well, that was the highest peak in Connecticut, Bear Mountain. Now we're doing the descent down, and this is going to be a super steep descent. Don't know how bad it's going to get.
or how bad it's going to start off with, but I know it's going to get bad just from looking on the app. Yeah, we got some ledges coming up too, so going to be interesting. Somebody left some roll-on deodorant. Roll-on deodorant would be nice. Problem is, as much as we sweat, it does absolutely no good. Yeah, this descent is very treacherous. It even says in the far out guide, northbound descent in the rain is not recommended. Thank goodness it's not raining, but we got to get way down there. I just stopped to video this, but I'm not going to continue to video it. I'm going to put this in, so I don't want to take any chances here. Just to give you another view, guys, of what we're coming down and what we've yet to have to do, because we got to get down there somehow. I'm telling you, this is a wicked descent. There's no easy way to get down this, folks. I put my hand on that ledge right below your left hand on that ledge. Yeah, put it on that ledge and just sit down and get down it. That's the only way you're gonna be able to do it.
Problem is my pack is
Yeah, mine sort of got in the way too.
in the way.
Yep, that's the only way I could do it. Well, that was an interesting descent, folks. A lot of fun, a little bit of adrenaline pumping, because there were some very steep places in there, as you saw, and I couldn't even show you some of the others. So it was a little bit of adrenaline pumping, made us think a little bit. But we're coming up onto something that's even more exciting to us. Let me turn around right here. This is the Connecticut-Massachusetts state line. We've not got another state down. So, good job.
Nice work.
So we got our first obstacle in Massachusetts, Sages Ravine. So we're gonna head down there and see what that has in store for us. Massachusetts is like Connecticut. It's welcoming us with a fantastic view. Not necessarily a view, but a fantastic picture. Very picturesque sight. Water. These beautiful hemlock trees, they go up forever. And from the looks of things, dispersed camping is allowed in Massachusetts. It looks like people have been camping down there by the creek. Yeah, it's a different kind of pretty out here. You can definitely tell the landscape is changing the farther north we go. The forests are completely different than the forest we look at in the south. Nice campsite right there. That's the Sages Ravine campsite. Got plenty of water. This is one of those areas you don't make a lot of fast time. You don't make long, quick strides. You just enjoy it while you're here. It's another one of those areas that's why we're out here, to see sights like this. The only way you're gonna see them is to get out here and do it. And this is just absolutely phenomenal. Well, if it weren't 67 degrees, looks like that'd be a good swimming hole, or at least a good place to cool off, but it's not hot today. Be a little chilly getting out of that. Yeah. Like being in storybook land again, folks. This is about as pretty as it gets, folks. Again, we're going slow, but it doesn't matter. When it's this pretty, you don't care. It's an interesting sign. It said, please respect this land, and we'll absolutely do that. folks just came out up on the ledges. See if we can get around here, we can get a good view. Not like the whole thing's not a good view. Back in there's where we came from. Looks like a good place to take a break. I'm gonna be on this ledge for a little while. Yeah, we gotta climb up there. This is just phenomenally beautiful. Massachusetts doesn't exactly give us the easiest hiking in the world. Of course, nothing on the AT is really easy, but it sure has given us some gorgeous sights, welcomed us with that wonderful ravine. It's like being in fairyland when you're looking for the Keebler Elves to come out. Then you get to those ledges and you've got views that just go on for days and days. And it's looking like we finally got to the top of this mountain anyway. But we got another one that's even taller over there. Hey folks, just want to talk to you a little bit about what we just saw. We just passed a couple, and when I topped the hill on one of those rocks that we had to climb down, the couple was down at the bottom of the hill picking up her gear like she had just fallen. Then we went, as we were climbing down, they moved on. Then we went about 50 yards farther. She had slipped on the rock and was laying on her back crying. One of the things that I preach on this site is that anybody can do this, and that's true. Hi. And that is true. Anybody can do this, but they need to make sure that you're pretty physically fit. You have a good range of motion on your legs, good leg strength, and good balance. Because this trail's not easy. And it reminds you, when you see something like that, it reminds us that it's not an easy trail. It's not something that somebody wants to go do for their first hike. These rocks are dangerous. You've got to know where to place your feet. Sometimes you have to just stop and look to see what the best route to get down is. If it's a little bit wet, as I can attest, and even Bluegrass can attest, your feet can slide out from under you. And when we checked on her, she had her boyfriend or husband or somebody with her, but she was fine. I think the crying was more out of frustration because she'd already fallen twice, and there's still more to come before she gets down off that mountain. And it's probably more frustration that how much more of this am I going to have to take? So I still stick by that. If you're reasonably fit and have some agility and good range of motion and strong legs, you can do this. Anybody can do this. You don't have to be 25 to do this. You can do it as you get older. But you need to think about what you're doing prior to coming out here, and maybe take on some easier trails first and gradually work up, because these trails are not easy. And I felt like just needed to say that, because I know I've said many times, oh, anybody can do this, and you can come out here. And I just wanted to make sure that you understand anybody can, but it's not going to be easy. This is what I mean, folks. This isn't easy. Felt bad leaving that couple. It was obvious she wasn't hurt, and she kept saying, just go on, just go on. So we went on. Some nice mud. Currently climbing Mount Everett. It's almost lunchtime. I don't think we've done maybe 8 miles, if that. It's just been a brutally tough day. Well, we made it to the top of Mount Everett. No views up here, but we're at the top. Well, the sun's finally come out for us. And we've got a nice clean section of trail. We can call this our green tunnel for the day. How about that? You can tell the trail maintainers have been out here. Don't have as much of a view here, but still got a wonderful view. And you see the mountain just as far off in the distance as you can see out there. A whole lot of open land.
another one of those downhills that make you draw up a little bit. Already been down most of it. Didn't video that because it was a little too dangerous to do. But I figured I'd at least get the bottom of it. We're coming down. We're not quite at the bottom, but at least get some of it.
Got us a beautiful view down here.
It's a nice.
Nice log cabin nestled in the woods right there. Wow.
But it's still rocky.
And this thing just keeps on going down. This is coming down off the backside of Everett Mountain. Some places we get lucky and there's stairs. Other places we just have to rock scramble down. Bluegrass down there. Back to the bogs. Didn't know we'd have a lot of this in Massachusetts. Beautiful farmland. Don't believe I've ever seen a pine grow quite like that. We both need water, but nah, that's swamp water. Don't need it that bad. We'll be bored walking here for a little bit across this swamp. And it sure smells like a swamp.